There you go. It just is what it is. There's a I think there's this whole dynamic to relationships that we miss. And there are a lot of men who are so loud about submission. But if you're solid, I am submissive because your very aura requires it. If you're not, like we just said, doing clown shit, yeah, I can submit because I know exactly or I have a good idea where you're leading me. It's fine. Even if we really don't know exactly where we're going, we get in one of those situations where we're feeling our way through. I trust your judgment.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am O.
And I am Nigeal Comaneci.
And we are
Candid and Clear.
We are the best podcast that will bring you politics, current events, and relationship issues.
Let me tell you what I need you to do. Go out and like, comment, share, and subscribe across all social media platforms. Because you've shown yourself to be a solid. And that is what the world is missing, a bunch of solids. And that's the truth. And people won't like that I say that, but that's the truth.
I also think that men get a little impatient during the time when you have to prove that you're solid as a man.
Oh, of course.
And she actually is safe with you because no one's going to just trust you to do a thing. You got to prove yourself to do a thing. And I think a lot of times men expect women to trust us when we feel we should be trusted, not after we've proven we can be trusted or should be trusted. Not can, but should.
I love a good scripture. And the scriptures say, prove me now. Even God asked, prove me now.
Right now.
Try it out.
In this moment.
Try it out. So if I've never seen this or experienced said situation with you, how do I just walk in and blindly trust?
And that, thank you for saying it. Stay right there. And a lot of men don't pay attention to that. And I'm guilty of it too. Like I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I always had this all together. Yeah. You just said women not just going blindly, which means you're not just gonna go without seeing, which means in order for you to see, you got to watch.
Right.
So, and I think men get real complacent with when the women start watching versus when they're supposed to start performing.
Right.
So you think she's not gonna start watching you until okay, we together. No, sir. I made that mistake so many times.
No.
Listen, she is watching you. 9 chances out of 10, the only reason you got her information number, however, she saw you first.
And she liked what she saw.
You just happened to be smart enough to pick on context cues or just be lucky enough to approach that particular day.
Right.
With that being said, your behavior is how you move, etc. Watching.
We do the choosing first.
That is a fact.
We do the choosing first, guys. And it's real simple. And then you choose us.
Women choose who get close to them. Men choose who get married.
We do. That's a good way. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. I think the one thing though is you got to understand is that you have to show up. So when we talk about dating and what we're watching for, if I were dating, I'm watching for how you manage conflict. I'm watching for how you manage financially in terms of decision making, not you giving me some money, not you buying me a bag. None of that matters to me. I'm watching how you handle you. I'm watching how you curate your life.
And how I handle you.
That's it. I'm watching that because the way that you curate your life tells me the life that I'm going to live with you. And so I can decide if we are compatible and we want the same things. It is really important to be aligned on how you will live out your happiness because a lot of people miss that. Oh, I felt so good. Oh, this, that, and the other that night. And okay, that's good that night. But what about your life?
The relationship is outside of a date.
Oh, it is.
Now. It's outside of date night.
Yeah.
It's outside of vacation. It's outside of those turn up times. It's the times when you're sitting around the house, you doing what you got to do for whatever. She doing what she got to do for whatever.
Yep.
TV going on in the background. And y'all often might be trains passing each other during that time.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So that's where the real relationship at. When y'all sit down, hey baby, we got this situation as a family we got to deal with. That's a relationship.
That's a relationship.
All this cute stuff y'all posting on social media, you know, it's cute. All that's cute. But the real
I want to
relationship,
know who you are when I'm cooking.
Come on.
I just need to see, what do you do? Are you my sous chef?
Come on.
Do you sit there and do all the tasting for me? What do you do? Like you say, we're in the house. Part in the relationship. Is it okay if we in the house and I just want to be up under you?
Yeah.
I don't want nothing. I won't lay on your chest and play my game.
Yep.
Right. It's those moments that define what the relationship will be, because there's a lifetime of happiness. It's not in the moments, like you say, a vacation, often short-lived, a weekend away, a date night. I can curate an experience that does not exist in my everyday life. Be very aware of that. Now, Valentine's Day is one of those things.
You can curate an experience that's not in your
everyday life.
And those are falsehoods. Those give you a false sense of what the relationship is.
They're false precepts all the time. And they're designed to persuade you to choose me. Don't misunderstand the intention. They are designed to persuade you to choose me.
Do I love you in this relationship enough to be patient with you when I know you just going left just because you going left?
Yeah.
I have to be in a space to where I not only recognize, but I'm like, okay, I know what she needs in this moment. Let me go ahead and give her what she needs in this moment.
Right.
Or am I going to lead with my ego? Well, I feel like this over here. You understand?
Right.
So it's like, those are the moments when you have a cognitive choice. Am I going to de-escalate the situation by giving my person what they need? Or am I going to put myself first?
Right. Well, I think the whole idea of love is self-sacrifice. If you listen to
they hate that word 2025. You can't say that.
I'm gonna say it because
be
that's what the vows say. Everybody around here excited, want to get married, want to this. The vows are saying, I promise to sacrifice for better or for worse. I promise to sacrifice.
But it don't say
no. It constantly says that I promise to sacrifice, and we could just put on the end for you. See, I promise to sacrifice for you. That is a real thing. Oh, that is a real thing. And
but when you gotta keep sacrificing,
that's what love does. I'm gonna just say this: love went to the cross. What does you mean when you got to keep sacrificing? What do you believe that you signing up for?
Now you're forcing your religion on me.
I'm not forcing my religion on you. I'm just telling you what a book that I read said. If you disagree with it, find another one. Find another point. But the reality is that you are saying that you promise to sacrifice for the betterment of the relationship. Your ego, see, ego doesn't live here. There's no room for ego in love.
You know, I'm going to say this.
You say it. Talk to him.
Most cases, I'm going to say this. Most cases, when you throw the relationship away, it's because your ego. Because see, here's the deal. A lot of times we don't want to speak things out loud because we have to hold ourselves accountable for it.
Right.
Every relationship I've ever had in my life, and I'm assuming everybody's the same way, you had an opportunity that was presented, regardless of the experience. You had an opportunity that was presented with both of you. In that moment, was all right, this who this person is. All right? This who this person is. Now, in that moment, you got a decision. And I started to ask myself, as of late in life, sir, number one, do you know what you signed up for?
Ooh.
Do you know what you signed up for? And I got to deal with that because truth of the matter is, I'm finna deal with a lot of people with this. We've been getting too comfortable playing stupid, acting like you ain't know. You know what you signed up for, but the problem was the neurological synapse, that wonderful feeling over here, made you turn the blind eye to that over there.
But
those things are packaged.
Let's talk about the instant gratification.
Ooh.
Oh, let's talk about that, because one of the things that is common in a lot of things in our community in particular, can't speak for others because I didn't grow up in theirs, right, is this theme. The poverty creates, or lack, let's not even say poverty, let's use the word lack. Lack creates the need for instant gratification. Right?
I'm missing
so
something.
We starve.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we starve out, right? The long-term point of view, right? We talked about this morning, how we see things in different lenses, through different lenses and in different lights as we grow, as we evolve, as we get older. The reality is, when you've only seen things through that one light, perhaps, to play devil's advocate, you don't know what you signed up for, because you don't know what you don't know.
All right, so stay there. When those moments present themselves, then you're at that crossroads.
All right.
All right. This who this person is. You see what you have signed up for. What you gonna do?
I don't know. It depends. It's a value proposition. You got to do the value proposition. That is the reality of all scenarios, right?
If you see, here's the thing, and I appreciate modern day psychology and the psychiatrists that have given us the best they have. We live in a space now to where we are allowed, with so much less judgment, to put who we are up front. That's what the internet has done.
Yes, very much so. Or who we ascribe to be.
Who we ascribe to be.
Sure.
I think initially, and this is me talking, based on what I've seen, what I've experienced with the internet, initially we put up a front. But as our organic following starts to grow, who we are as people start to unravel. Because these people feel like family now, even though they're on the other side of the world. You never met them.
Yeah, yeah.
They feel like family now, so now we get comfortable. So now we start really, really saying what we really, really mean, and this is where people get in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, also, now that we've got a space to where, I can just be me, I can just be me, you know what you get.
Well, but let's talk about the packaging, because it starts off on anywhere, social media, the internet, wherever it is, as a package. You go to my website, you see the package. If you go to your website, see the package. What's underneath, right? There are lots of layers underneath what you see, right? Experience has made and defined and refined those layers. Depending on where I am, I call up a certain thing.
Your nails are glittering. That's not gonna be a problem.
I hope not. They glitter all the time you see me.
Keep going. Keep going. Vivica Fox.
The reality is that over time, I start to reveal more of my layers to see if you'll like it, because you accepted the package. You followed the package.
And that's when they feel like they know you.
And that's when they feel, right, it's okay to share more of my authentic self, because I have the following right now. You've agreed to follow me, right? How many people go through and consciously unfollow? Right? What does it take for that, right? Do you see people going in masses and your numbers decrease and your following decrease? No. So even if people don't like what you're showing, they've already clicked the follow. It's fine. What's one more follower? They don't go in and consciously, unless you do something heinous, right, and start to unfollow. So then you assume that what you're showing in authenticity and the other variations of yourself is okay. that my audience likes it. They might not necessarily like it. We don't know that.
Echo chamber.
Yeah.
That amen corner.
Yep.
There's an individual.
Mm-hmm. Let me just say this. When you look at social media as a whole, guys, the following, you might have 3 million followers, but you post a picture and only have 200,000 likes and then have only 2,300 comments. If you look at the percentages, people are watching, but they're not necessarily, not everybody is liking, and certainly not everybody is commenting. So to assume that the 3 million followers meant that 3 million people liked what you showcased
years ago,
that is incredibly nearsighted.
Years ago, there was a situation, and I spoke about an individual.
Mm-hmm.
This individual was clown in nature, but ingenious when it came down to what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
On his social media, he would talk real stupid all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He knew it was stupid. Everybody knew it was stupid. But what he did was ingenious. He would talk stupid, and everybody who disagreed with him, he blocked them. He blocked them. Every single person. If you came on there and said, now come on now, you know, block. Hey, bro, block.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know your block. Now God block. Pastor block. Until he created the perfect ecosystem for himself.
Right.
To no matter what he said.
Right.
It was agreed upon. And that was his demise. In mass. That was his demise.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know up, left, down, right.
Right.
And even to this day, he's still stuck in that microcosm of ignorance.
That he created.
Right. But he feels safe there.
But it's the only place that he could exist.
Somebody did say that. Because I was like, what the hell? Why is this person...
That's the only place.
And dude broke it down. He's like, no.
That's the only place that he can exist. Nope. And there are personalities like that. They create a following. They create a group. They hire people to echo their own sentiment.
Now they in the woods drinking juice.
Well, that too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am O.
And I am Nigeal Comaneci.
And we are
Candid and Clear.
We are the best podcast that will bring you politics, current events, and relationship issues.
Let me tell you what I need you to do. Go out and like, comment, share, and subscribe across all social media platforms.
We like, comment,
share, subscribe.